Hello, it's Bryan here from thegreatgordino.com. I'm looking at another one of my quote images in this video, and I do hope that you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, why are you doing it? Now, I took that picture down at Whitstable on the North Kent coast here in Britain. I do take a lot of pictures of sunsets down there, and why not? It's lovely down there. It's only just down the road in the car. Really is a long promenade you can walk along, and the view there works well for sunsets. And as you take in the ending of the day, you can hear the seagulls squawking, the waves lapping, the odd dog barking, maybe a child crying as they fall off their bike, possibly breaking their ankle. Most enjoyable. Well, not enjoying the bit about the child falling off the bike, possibly breaking their ankle, but enjoying the surroundings and soaking up the air of a summer sunset. Very, very enjoyable. So it worked well, thinking about getting into perspective, to put the words over the top. So here's the question again: if you don't enjoy it, why are you doing it? Now, that might seem like a simple question, an obvious question, and while it's clear that the answer depends on someone's own individual circumstances, the answer often falls into three categories. One, I don't know. Two, that's just the way it is. Three, I have to. Now, I think that all of those answers can be challenged, and I think it's a worthwhile exercise. So let's get to it. If you go for the first answer, that you don't know why you're still doing it, even though you don't enjoy it, that might be the easiest one to solve. Just stop doing it. If you don't enjoy it, you don't know why you're doing it, stop doing it. And it could be as simple as that you've stopped doing it, fine. Now, of course, it could be that other people are very quick to start telling you that you have to do it, that you need to do it, that's just the way it is. And then we're dealing with the other two of those answers that I gave earlier. If someone's telling you that you have to do it, and that's just the way it is, well, firstly, is that true? Is that actually the way it has to be? Or is that just what someone else wants you to think? That's just the way that someone else wants it to be. And more than that, when it comes to an answer of, oh, that's just the way it is, that's just the way it has to be, who's saying that? Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it your work colleagues? Do you think it's society in general? Or are you saying it to yourself? That it has to be like that? Why does it have to be like that? Now, it could be that if you actually take on the question properly and do the analysis properly, it does have to be like that. That you have responsibilities. Because what I'm not saying is that if you don't enjoy doing something and it's a responsibility, oh, forget the fact it was a responsibility, just go away and do what you want to enjoy. No, I'm not saying that. Responsibilities are important. Integrity towards responsibilities is important, but so is integrity towards yourself important. So it's worth asking these questions. And here's something I would say further, and I'm going to twist the question around. So originally I said, if you don't enjoy it, why are you doing it? The twist to the question is, if you enjoy doing something, why aren't you doing it? Now, if we look at the question from that viewpoint, we might get to a solution that in order to do more of what we enjoy, we need to make space and allow and give ourselves permission to do more of what we enjoy. And when we be proactive in that process, that means we have less and less space to do the things we don't enjoy, and the things we don't enjoy become less and less and less part of our life. Now, just say no. That's a well-worn phrase, isn't it? But it's an easily well-worn phrase, an easily understood concept. But it's easier sometimes to just say yes, isn't it? Because saying yes when we'd rather say no means that we can avoid a confrontation, we can avoid an argument, we can avoid taking on difficult issues, circumstances, difficult people actually. It might seem easier, and it might be easier in the short term, might be easier in the long term, but it's probably not easier in the long term because it brings this drip, drip, nagging feeling that we're not living a life that's authentic to ourselves. We're living a life that is more concerned with other people's agendas. So try saying no. It can be difficult at first because if you're in the habit of saying yes when you mean no, it can be difficult to start saying no. And when you do start saying no, you'll get this reaction from others who may well say, oh, it has to be like that, you have to do it. But if you persist with it, you will get results. And here's a little trick I like to use, and that's to say no thanks. Because if you say no thanks, it automatically adds that element of politeness to your position, and that can help calm a lot of troubled waters. If it doesn't necessarily calm the troubled waters and people persist in saying you have to do it, or why, no thanks, why, what do you mean, then what you can do is explain yourself, explain your reasons, but bear in mind there's a difference between explaining yourself and justifying yourself. There's a difference between you having a reason for saying no and someone else having to accept your reason for saying no. They might not like it, but if you stand firm, if you stick with your no thanks position, because that's what serves you, then in time people will come to accept that that's the position you take, and that's the way it will be moving forwards. And the result of that is you'll be doing less of what you don't enjoy, which will have an effect of creating room to allow in more of what you do enjoy. When you do things you don't enjoy, it can really drain your soul. Now, at the same time, it can enrich your soul if you're doing things you don't enjoy, because that's where responsibility to others can come in. And if it serves other people, maybe serves people who can't help themselves, and you're helping them, you're serving them, and it might be that that's unpleasant for you to do. Sometimes it can be hard for you to do, it can be difficult for you to do, but you're doing it because it helps others, and in turn that enriches your soul. But you need to make sure that you are actually doing it because it serves other people, and that you're not doing it just because it's what other people want and they could quite happily do it themselves or find someone else to do it. It doesn't have to be you. So look at the two questions. If you don't enjoy it, why are you doing it? And the other question, if you enjoy doing something, why aren't you doing more of it? So I hope you enjoy that message. If you do enjoy it, let me know. Leave a comment below wherever you happen to be seeing this video. Pop over and see me at the blog, thegreatgordino.com, where you can see my other videos, my other articles, my other content and quote images. And you can also grab my free 8-step goal achievement formula, which will certainly help anyone who wants to start doing more of what they enjoy and a bit less of what they don't enjoy. It'll help. Also, pop over and see me at Facebook, which is my social media channel of choice. Facebook.com/thegreatgordino is my own personal profile. And then there's my pages there, facebook.com/yourlifetransforming and facebook.com/the Great Gordino newsletter. So it's Gordon Bryan signing off for now. I'm enjoying putting this message out there, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of it. Hope you enjoy watching, and hope you start doing more of what you enjoy in life. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon.